easily on all my children.
What would you say our relationship is?
I'm grateful that we have whatever it is that we have.
We can have our little girl. I mean, she won't be the one that we lost, but we can have a baby together.
What are you suggesting? That I did nothing to help my own husband?
You had the means to save him, and you had the means to do him in.
Might be a bit more private.
Yeah, I know you love your privacy.
Don't worry, I'm going to tell you what you want to know.
You got plenty of answers, Alex. They just never have any truth in them. You're a doctor. No, you're not a doctor. You know Dr. Hayward. You don't know Dr. Hayward.
That's how it had to be.
You tried to take my brother's body out of the country. You seal the casket. You don't let us have a viewing. And now there's a new will? Or maybe not. I don't know. I haven't seen
word.
You're going to have to do better than that.
Well, it's all I've got.
What kind of a doctor are you?
I'm a neurologist. That's how I met Dimitri.
Oh, yeah. Don't tell me this blind date with...
It was a blind date.
Come on, Alex. Nothing but lies and half-truths since I met you. Now, what are you hiding?
It's complicated.
Only because you made it that way.
Oh, you don't understand.
No, I don't understand. And that's the problem. Now, you're going to tell me here and now the truth. All of it.
Never wanted this to happen.
Well, according to the Chinese calendar, you were born in the year of the pig.
How terrible.
No, it's good. It means that you're laid back and lucky. Now me, I'm the year of the dragon. Oh, excuse me a moment, Mrs. Altman. Do you remember me, Opal? I'm your new manicurist. Tiffany? Tiffany, as I love Ethel. Oh, if it's not Ethel's little baby doll, all grown up, let me look at you. You're just as cute as a bug's ear as your mama. Oh, she started a psychic hotline, and she's making a mint. Oh, that's great! So Mrs. Sparky told me that you're spa hopping in Europe?
Oh, yeah, well, just fresh off the plane.
That is so rad.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, boy, I was so hoping I'd find you here.
Oh, you're back, honey,
Oh,
darling.
yeah, well, I got so many
snazzy ideas about how to put some European dazzle into the glam ram. I just couldn't wait to get started.
I want to hear every single word of it, but I want to speak to you. Excuse us.
Of course, dear. I'm in no rush.
Mert? Mert, what's up? What is it? How come your bottom lip is down around your ankles? What's going on?
Darling, it's Dixie. It's about your grandchild.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm finishing up with a client. Do you need to speak with Opal personally, or can I help you?
No. I think I'll go ahead with my hand treatment. My news won't wait.
believe it. Yeah, Jill next door's having babies. Can we have one?
Call it a hunch sport, but I don't think the neighbors are going to be too psyched to give away their children. Who's Jill, anyway?
Tad, Jill is a girl ferret, and the babies are so cool. Can we have one? Please, they're really soft.
We'll discuss it with Dixie, okay?
Mom's been sleeping a long time. Can I go see if she's awake?
Why don't we just let her rest a little while longer, okay, guy?
Is she all right?
She's just real tired.
Grandma, what are you doing here? Yeah, is Petey with you?
No, Petey is at home snoozing. He's got a little case of jet lag. So where's my sugar? Huh? Come here. Give me a nuts. Boy, oh boy, good to see you both. Well, wouldn't you know, I would lose my head if it wasn't attached. I left your presents in the car. I think you better get out there and get them, huh? Hurry along now.
Welcome home. I missed you.
I missed you too. How did you get in?
I bribed Coral.
Well, I'm gonna have to talk to her about that.
When I told her about the impromptu serenade, she was very cooperative.
Well, of course she was. She has a big crush on you. Play so beautifully. Play with such emotion.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I had no idea. And what else did I know about you?
Oh, all kinds of things. Which means there's a lot to discover.
I met Dimitri last February
In England?
at a restaurant.
The blind date with a mutual friend?
Yes. Are you sure?
I'm actually having more fun watching you eat it.
So Sean tells me you're here on business.
Yeah, Sean's lying. He said that you might not meet me if you knew why I was here. He also said that he didn't know how you'd react to the prospect of a blind date, so I guess I'm taking my chances either way.
So which is it? Am I blind or just stupid?
Well, I've known you through the rare lamb chop, peas and potatoes, oh yeah, some salmon to start, but I would say you're neither blind nor stupid. In fact, I think your eyes see just about everything.
Perhaps there's some things that I don't want to see.
I'm dying.
Heard those words before.
Yes, and you no longer practice medicine because
Why I no
of
longer
that.
practice is none of your business.
It is. If I'm going to persuade you to treat me. Your last patient was a boy, aged 9, Liam Avery. He loved to mess about with boats.
Please.
You struggled to save his life for 15 months. He dies in your arms. I know what I'm asking.
Do you?
Look, I've had my life. It's not the same. Whatever you can give me will be gravy.
If that's all you want, you don't stand a chance.
I don't want you to feel.
The only chance you have is if I do feel something. I mean, that's how it works. It doesn't always.
I'm not afraid to die. But I want to live. The rare lamb chop, a beautiful woman, an argument that means something. Life is sweet, and I want it. but not at your expense. No, not at your expense. Doctor, I want to thank you for meeting with me.
Wait.
Dimitri was dying?
He had a very rare condition, one that is usually terminal.
No. He wasn't even sick. We went skiing just before he left for England. He was fine. He was strong. He skied better than ever.
Well, he was in perfect health otherwise. You probably wouldn't have noticed his symptoms.
I only have your word to go on.
No, I have his records. He went to several other doctors before he came to me.
You treated him?
I can never refuse your brother anything.
I appreciate you thinking of the boys, Ma. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to get another room to handle all the snow globes.
Well, I wish there was something I could do for you and Dixie.
There is. You could talk her out of wanting to have another baby.
She's already...
Yeah, she's thinking about it. And it's scaring me to death.
Well, of course, sweetheart. A miscarriage is a scary thing for anybody. But if Dixie feels strong enough, who's to say that this pregnancy couldn't have a happy
Mama,
ending?
come on. This was our one chance, and it didn't work out. Why would I want to tempt fate all over again? I don't want to get another message saying that Dixie's at the hospital. I'm not going to lose her.
You could gain a child.
Yeah, I'd love to have a baby with Dixie. But I'm not prepared to gamble with her life to do it. So that means no pregnancy.
Maybe you have to open yourself up and side with the angels, honey. What?
How do you do it?
Do what?
Stay so damn positive. Side with the angels? Honestly, Mama. I mean, of all the people I know who've had troubles in their lives, you more than anybody deserve a few...
What, a few sour grapes?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, think about it. You survived Ray Gardner and Palmer Cortland. That would kill most normal people.
Well, that's true.
Hey, the door was open.
Come on in. Gang's all here. Hi, Belinda.
Hi, I am so sorry.
Hey, Jake told us what happened. How's Dixie?
She's resting.
You think we could see her?
Honey, I don't know if she's awake yet.
Why don't you all just relax and I'll go take a look? How's that, huh?
Well, how about you, Ted? How you holding up?
Why the charade of a date? I mean, why didn't Dimitri just come to your office?
Well, I had reduced my medical practice considerably. I was taking on very few new cases. As for dinner at a restaurant, Dimitri had his own way of doing things.
So, after dinner, nice bottle of wine, you just decided to play doctor with him?
No. Obviously, I wanted to examine him before I decided to take on his case. So he came to my office, and oh, actually, that was the first time he mentioned you. I was running late that day, and...
Wow. Hey! I was almost afraid that you weren't coming.
Didn't think you were afraid of anything, Mr. Merrick.
Oh. Yeah, well, I filled that out, and these are my records. I had them sent over.
I read them. Campanella's a good doctor. Just gives up too quickly. And Marsden, well...
Cold hands, right?
So I hear. When was it that you first noticed something was wrong? Something was different? I'm not looking for anything clinical, just your own personal experience.
It was after the aqueduct. We were, my brother and I, we were trapped. It's a very long story, some other time. But I had to dive underwater to save him.
It was right afterwards?
No. Actually, it was a little while after that. I just assumed, it was the only thing that made, any sense.
The dizziness?
Yeah. I thought it was an inner ear thing that I'd gotten water in my ear.
Saving your brother.
Edmund. You got any brothers or sisters?
What brought you to Campanella?
Well, nothing tasted good suddenly, and by then I thought it might be a dental thing, so off I went to Budapest. I saw a neurologist there, and he sent me to Campanella.
But you enjoyed that lamb chop? Things taste good to you again?
That depends on the company you're with.
Do things taste good to you, Mr. Marek?
No.
And from now on, you'll tell me the truth?
Yeah.
Thank you. Roll your sleeve up, please. You're afraid. It's good. You have reason to fear. But you're not alone. I'm going to help you. But you've got to stop charming me and start trusting me.
Okay, you win.
Strong pulse. Strong man. So tell me about your brother, Edmund.
Edmund. Well, he's brilliant. He's a writer, stubborn, and, he's grief-stricken. He lost his wife in a plane crash a few years ago.
This is before the aqueduct?
Yes.
So you saved him from more than just the water?
Yeah.
I know what that's like. Trying to save someone you love. We're going to draw some blood to see what's going on. And then, we're going to save you.
He had a prion disease?
A normal, healthy brain constantly sheds and replenishes cells. Now, in Dimitri's case, the shedding process had become extremely accelerated, and the replenishing part was no longer functioning.
His case was terminal?
There's no known cure.
So he's got a disease that is rare, prognosis apparently fatal, and yet you decided to treat him.
That's right.
What was in it for you?
I beg your pardon?
What was it? Prestige? Marriage? Or was it just money?
So where are the boys?
They're next door, and the neighbor's ferret.
You know, if you and Dix need some downtime, you can hand Jamie and Junior off to me. I'll be glad to take them. We'd have a great time.
Yeah, maybe you could take them to the batting cages.
They'd like that a lot. Thanks. How's Dixie?
She's coming along.
You know what? I better get these flowers and some water in
the kitchen.
Great. And Adrian, you know what? You make a mean pitcher of iced tea. Why don't you come do that?
Oh, yeah. One pitcher iced tea coming up.
So, did you talk about having a baby? What'd you say?
Nothing. I just listened. Something you might try.
Well, maybe, but that's not exactly one of my strong points.
Yeah, well, you can't hear what she's saying for all the fear that's yammering around in your head.
Well, I can't just ignore it.
You can choose to, yeah.
Mama, be serious. It's not that simple.
Simple or not isn't the point. I mean, you tuck your tail and turn away from what could be, but who knows what you'll miss? I mean, yeah, you might be safe, but who knows all the wonders that the good Lord has intended for you, honey?
Oh, Ma, it's not like I'm trying to hide from my life. I'm just...
Afraid. That's what you are. You're afraid. You gotta stare down those fears, Ted, and you'll be surprised at how fast they will just up and slink away. Take it from one who knows.
You still haven't told me where you get all your spirit.
Well, I don't know. I guess it's gumption, and you have it too. You just gotta do a little excavating, that's all. Oh, I love you so much, honey. Everything is gonna be all right. You will see. Okay? Now I gotta get back to the Glamorama. You call me if you need anything at all, okay?
Mama.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anytime. Why don't you go on upstairs, tell your wife how much you love her. You gonna play the piano for me some more?
What did you play for me?
The only thing I play is the radio.
I assumed since you had this beautiful piano here that you played.
Well, you should never assume anything about me, Doctor. I have this beautiful piano so other people can play.
Well, perhaps someday I'll give you a lesson. Right now, I want to hear about your trip. How's Bianca?
She's a dream. And you should see her, David. I mean, she's so graceful and she's just getting so strong.
So she's handling Dimitri's death?
I think so. I mean, she's expecting to get Maximilian. And I don't know why Dimitri's so-called widow just doesn't send the horse to Bianca. I mean, really, what's she waiting for?
You know what? I did have a motive. I wanted to save the man I loved, and I thought he had a chance. He responded so well to the medication that I began to hope that he could be completely cured. I see no indicators of rogue cells, and there is a definite regeneration.
Wait, you're saying it's working?
Yes, as I expected.
As you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't think I prepared you for good news. I mean, it is good news.
I'm gonna live.
You're in remission.
No big words, just the truth.
When was this?
A few months ago.
So Dimitri seemed to be cured?
He was in remission. He continued to improve.
So your job was done, and yet you kept seeing him?
We'd fallen in love.
Did Dimitri know that he was cured when he proposed to you?
I agreed to marry Dimitri because we believed we had a long future together.
You didn't lie about the prognosis.
No, of course not.
So he proposes, you get married, you jump on a plane, to see his family, and all of a sudden, boom! Dmitri, cured, now dead. Tell me what really happened on that plane.
Oh, Tad seems so sad.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is not an easy fix.
No, I know that.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Belinda.
Hi.
Hi, Adrian.
How are you?
Where's Ted?
Well, he's with your mom.
She's still sleeping?
No, she's awake. She's just taking a little slow right now.
It's because she lost the baby, isn't it?
You're right, Junior. She did lose the baby.
Why didn't they tell us?
Well, look, you know your mom and dad are usually upfront with you, right?
Yeah.
And they never keep secrets from you on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just that they're a little sad right now. I'm sure when they feel better, they'll take the time and explain to you what happened and make sure you understand it fully.
Does this mean we'll never have a baby sister?
Maybe Alex wants to keep Maximilian for herself.
Yeah, apparently. But Dmitri always let Bianca ride Maximilian, and I know he wanted Bianca to have Maximilian, not some woman he hardly knew.
She was his wife.
Maybe. Only for a few hours.
If Alex is a horsewoman, it would make perfect sense that she would want to keep Maximilian. I mean, she does have that look about her.
What do you mean, what look? I thought you just met her casually at the hospital.
I simply mean that she seems like a sophisticated woman. It doesn't seem like much of a stretch to picture her tippling her sherry during the fox hunt.
Whose side are you on anyway?
I'm playing devil's advocate.
Devil is more like it.
This sounds like it's about more than just a horse and a little girl.
This Alex person acts as if she loved Dmitri more than anyone else ever did.
Okay.
And she's so possessive of him dead that I'm sure if he were alive, she'd keep him under lock and key. I mean, she's just hardly the kind of woman that Dmitri ever could have even lived with, let alone loved.
But apparently he did.
And why is she still here? I mean, her husband is dead, and she doesn't know anybody in Pine Valley. Why hasn't she just packed up her bags and moved back to London?
Maybe she wants to get to know Dimitri's family.
His money is more like it.
How do you figure?
David, it's obvious. I mean, she's obviously just a manipulative gold digger who's on her way to being an old maid, so she found the first wealthy man she could find to marry her, and she grabbed him. What?
Don't hold anything back, Erica. Tell me exactly how you feel.
Well, we don't have to talk about her at all.
You're absolutely right. We don't. We don't have to talk about anything.
Oh, we've been through this.
Humor me.
As it said in the report, he died from an aneurysm.
All right, so he wasn't completely cured. All you did was buy yourself some time to manipulate my brother into marrying you. That was a hell of a get-rich-quick scheme.
But he didn't die from a prion disease. That kills slowly and painfully over a long period of time. His death was nearly instantaneous.
Oh, okay. I should feel good because he died instantly.
It's simply a fact. His death had nothing to do with the disease.
He survived a fatal disease, and somehow he dies of an aneurysm. It doesn't add up.
But it's the truth.
It's the truth. Then why is it so important for your history with Dmitri to be kept a secret?
Oh, it's what he wanted.
Oh, great. Your lies are Dimitri's fault.
I promised him.
What kind of a promise is that to
It was
me?
a god-awful one, but I keep my promises.
It doesn't make sense.
He never wanted to cause you any pain.
He's not, Alex. You are.
You have to believe I'm only trying to honor his wishes. I never wanted to hurt you. He loved you so much.
My brother trusted you with his life. And I can't even trust you to get a simple answer. I don't know what to believe.
Oh, well, it looks like Tiffany did a very nice job on those nails. You ought to get an appointment for next week. We're having a special on declawing.
Well, I'm afraid provincial isn't quite my style. I'll be taking my my business to a fabulous hairdresser named Pierre.
Oh, really? From the dog, Matt. You know, I thought he only did pooches.
Well, this is from a very exclusive boîte in Paris.
Oh, really? You're leaving Pine Valley? Isn't that wonderful? Bon voyage. And don't come back anytime too soon, all right? In fact, let me show you out right this minute. Oops. Oh, how embarrassing. Would you like to slip out the back?
You're certainly in tight with those boys.
Yeah.
Any friend of a ferret's a friend of theirs.
Hey, they're good kids.
I want to thank you for the way you handled that question about the miscarriage. Dixie and I were going to tell them. We just decided to wait until after she's a little stronger.
Hey, listen, I know this is none of my business, but are you and Dixie gonna try again?
It is your business. And I'd like to wait a while. But a certain wise woman...
Spunky, lots of jewelry, bright clothes.
Yeah, that's the one. She says that we should go for the gusto.
Well, I see the sharks left you alone during your cruise, huh? But I guess feasting on somebody like you, that'd be cannibalism.
Well, you could have used a few more days in the spin cycle at one of those spas. What brought you back so early?
Well, aren't you here to see Petey?
Peter? No, I'd love to see Peter,
Actually,
except...
Palmer's here to pick me up.
Yes.
Aren't you, darling?
Yes, yes. Beautiful hands. They look a little bare to me.
That's because I still get a chill every time I think about it. So what'd you do?
Mm-hmm. Up. Up.
Yeah.
And?
This is a joke, isn't it? I mean, where are the hidden cameras?
Opal? May I present the new Mrs. Palmer Cortland?
Ooh. Oh, dear. Should I have tipped Opal, dear?
Can you believe it?
Does your family know you're ill?
No.
Why not?
Well, there's no point, is there?
I get great comfort from my family. Support. Are you married?
No.
Have you ever been married?
What, have you?
My point is that most people...
I'm not most people.
Doesn't anyone love you? They deserve to know.
That I'm dying.
No. That you are more alive, more awake probably than you've ever been. That you are battling for your life. That you have things to say, questions to answer. This isn't just an isolated thing, this disease in your brain. It's not just cells. It's your whole life. It's not fair shutting people out. And you need them.
All right. Number one, I'm not married. Not anymore. Number two, my son. Yes. Well, him and I, oh, yeah, he's a grown man. He has his own life.
What about your brother?
I love my brother.
Well, then tell him.
I can't. 2 years ago, he lost his wife.
I love your hands. It's so powerful. Very graceful. I can't wait to have my first piano lesson.
David Hayward.
It's Edmund Gray.
Well, this is a surprise.
I'd like to talk to you about Alex Devane.
Well, that's a very interesting subject.
Can you meet me at the mausoleum here at Wildwind?
Now?
Now, if you can.
I'll be there in a few minutes.
So you leaving, Dr. Hayward?
Something's come up.
Did you love her, Dimitri? Did she love you? Or did she kill you? I have to know.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next All My Children.
On the next All My Children.
What are you doing here?
I want to move in with you.
There's a garden for Haley's door.
You just leave him up to me. David was right about you.
What did he say about me?
I'd like to talk to one of her former patients.
Good luck. I doubt you'll find any of them who have survived.
Next week on Good Morning America, Cuba Gooding Jr. and Skeet Ulrich heat up the chill factor. Plus a sizzling performance by Terry Amos. That's next week on Good Morning America. Want to go to Super Soap Weekend? Find out how you can attend by visiting abc.com, part of the Go Network.